In the top left corner, we have from Team Dignitas, it is Bischu, one of the most pleasant surprises we've seen in NASL Season 4, not just from his open tournament runs, but how well he's been able to fare in a division that has some of the most stacked players. He held his own against MC. Will he be able to hold his own against this Red Terran in the bottom right corner from Team Liquid? It is TaeJa.
Bischu is a guy who has a reputation for non-standard play, is the way I like to say it. Non-standard play. Here's a story about non-standard play. Years ago, when I was a fledgling StarCraft nerd, I had a little show called 12 Weeks with the Pros, and I decided one day I was going to do an episode dedicated to cheese. And so I got Katz to come on my show and teach us about cheese. And Katz says, no, Bitter, you have to understand, it's not cheese, it's non-standard play.
Yeah.
And he went on to explain for 2 hours why there was a difference between cheese and non-standard play and what that difference was. And I think Bischu embraces that. He does things that we're not used to seeing, but he makes it work, and he has plans, he has follow-ups, and he has experience with the styles. So what looks to us like something wonky, well, it is wonky, but even though it's not necessarily standard, does not mean it's necessarily bad, and it's very refreshing to see that.
Yeah, I completely agree, Ben. I think those kinds of games stick out a lot more. I don't want to necessarily say that, playing standard is kind of boring per se. I'm saying that it's a lot more exciting to see some guy try to be successful with something that's different, right? That's what makes any kind of artist very, very refreshing, right? Any kind of new style of music, and I think that applies for StarCraft. If someone can win doing some crazy thing like yesterday when Galaxy's quick layer so that he can drop creep tumors across the map and roach baneling bust into Muta. I'm laughing thinking about that game into Muta Ling. Like, that kind of style was awesome. Now it came down to the very last second. I won't tell you guys exactly what happened. You guys have to check it out. Oh man, that was
the game of the season, the game of the year, man. A game that ultimately didn't count for much, but that was so incredibly exciting. Galaxy versus Puma from Cloud Kingdom from yesterday's broadcast. Guys, it was well worth it. If you're a subscriber, go watch it. If you're not a subscriber, you're missing out because that game was special. TaeJa is doing something special as well, proxying a factory.
But I think Bischu is not going to go for a quick expand. This is supposed to be designed to punish players that really go for a quick nexus, go for a tech afterwards, and even then you're going to have trouble defending against any kind of Hellion play. But TaeJa, I mean, he's going to be in for a surprise, man, because this is Bischu we're talking about.
First Zealot going to walk into the natural of TaeJa's natural. Walk up the ramp of TaeJa's natural, I should say. Kills an SCV and is going to chase these Marines around. TaeJa's forced to micro a little bit. It's always fun seeing players have to micro in latency.
Ooh. Wow, TaeJa saves all of the Marines. Very nice. Let's see what Bischu's going to actually do. I was expecting him to drop some kind of tech, but Bischu instead drops 3 more gateways because he scouted and saw no quick command center, at least on the low ground. Now, there could be mind games.
The 4-gate is probably the wrong reaction to what he's seen.
Is he 4-gating?
Oh, no, it's just 3 gates. Oh. Sorry.
Oh, no, I wasn't sure if there's a hidden gateway somewhere. Oh my goodness, I think Bischu, he's trying to oh, okay, I thought he was scouting for something crazy. This is actually kind of madness because we don't really see a proxy Banshee that often, at least nowadays.
Proxy Cloak Banshee.
Yeah. Bischu's not going to have detection. This is exactly why the Mothership Core was put into Heart of the Swarm.
This Banshee's going to get to Bischu's base so fast, and like you said, Dan, there will be no detection. Perhaps more critical than that, though, Bischu's not even in his base right now. He's out on the map. His sentries are on the Zelnaga Tower, and, well, now he's going to send him back, because I guess he's preparing to expand.
He doesn't want him to see. He wants to make TaeJa believe, perhaps he went for a quick tech. We have seen some quick Dark Templar expands, but with 3 sentries out, I think that makes TaeJa very suspicious, saying, he has to have a huge influx of minerals, so it has to be some kind of gateways, and he's not sure if it's 3 or 4 gates.
First Banshee is out and making its way to the back of Bischu's natural. Man, I am really, really worried for Bischu right now. I think this Banshee showing up might just end the game.
Well, it will put Bischu on the clock because, I mean, TaeJa doesn't really have much back at home.
Oh, he just warped in on the wrong side of the map. Oh, no.
That's really bad news. That's really bad news, and I think so basically, Bischu has to push, and he has to take care of this ramp, because we know these probes, they ain't going anywhere. So whether or not he can get the force fields off, Bischu needs to prevent the SCVs from repairing. They're just not even repairing. The SCVs, they were sleeping on the job.
Bunker does fall. Bischu has to win with this. There is no coming back. He has no answer to the Cloaked Banshees.
But the game's wide open, Ben. I think that kind of mess up from TaeJa is going to cost him. He does manage to kill off a significant amount of the probes, and he's Cloaked Banshee. The second one is coming back home. But how much damage can Bischu be able to execute before his army dies? Or will he just even trade out his army here and try to make sure to salvage some economy, because he does have 2 Nexi?
All the SCVs are actually going to run to the natural, trying to get back to this Banshee, which is going to hopefully prove to be their salvation. Every single probe in Bischu's main base looks like it's going to fall. 23 kills on this Banshee. She still has lots of energy left. She's going to get a lot more kills.
Very nicely done by TaeJa. To trap the units as well. He brought his SCVs to make sure that Bischu can't leave. The tank does end up dropping, but low econ favors Terran because of that mule, and Bischu is going to be reeling. There's 1 Banshee, 29 kills, Ben, and 30 to exit it off.
Yep, and she's going to get a couple more. Her buddy's going to show up as well. She's going to clean up the last of the Stalkers in Bischu's main base, and that's going to clean up the game. Bischu with just 5 supply has no choice but to tap out here. GG gets called.
What a crazy game. Just right off the bat. Like TaeJa managed, he almost gave up that ramp a little bit too easily, because I mean, he didn't even try to repair for 1 second. That could have easily flip-flopped another direction, but I like his decision from that point on. Run from the main, trap the units, don't let sure they can go away, call the Banshee back home.
Good decision making from TaeJa. I think Bischu did the right thing too. He realized that if he sits in his base and tries to get detection out or chase that Banshee around, that it's just going to kill probes until it runs out of energy. He knew that, okay, I gotta go, I gotta win. Almost. He was really close. Had he maybe trapped all the SCVs, then maybe he could have made something happen there. But ultimately, TaeJa was just too far ahead. Game was brought to you guys by GoToMyPC, hassle-free postage. Why do I keep doing this? Hassle-free postage from your PC is stamps.com. Somebody needs to
someone needs to put a script right in front of you.
Just slap me. GoToMyPC offers remote access to your computer from anywhere on the planet.
There's 3 people like getting up out of their seats and walking towards you. What did you do today?
NASL.TV/P/GoToMyPC, where you can download that software. Stamps.com is also a fantastic sponsor, and they do offer hassle-free postage from your PC. And if you want to get some stamps, you can go to NASL.TV/P/stamps to place an order. Guys, we're going to take a short break. Game 2, Bischu versus TaeJa, coming up in just a sec.